matchup between the 4-seed Fort Scott Lady Tigers and the 5-seed your Labette County Lady Grizzlies from Altamont, Kansas, about an hour and a half south of where we sit. Going to be a great game, Jonathan. These two teams have already played twice this season, of course being inside the SEK. Fort Scott got us both times, once by 9 and once by 11 if I'm not mistaken. A team that we haven't played well against, but can certainly beat.
And yeah, I would have to agree. From what I've heard, is those past games we played Fort Scott, it's been very close, very good games. But you guys are gonna have to bear with me here, as I've not seen very many girls varsity games this year, as the boys freshman team plays at the same time. So just have to bear with me.
Hey, that's okay. All you have to know is what you see today. Don't worry about anything historical or anything like that. Just call what you see today and everything will be great. 6 minutes until tip-off of a sub-state championship game. Labette County Lady Grizzlies looking to go to Salina, the state tournament, for back-to-back years under head coach Brianna Vollmer. Last season, Labette County was the beneficiary. As you can hear the Grizzly fans that traveled, we have a bigger student section than Fort Scott, and we're playing at Fort Scott. Not surprised at all. But Labette County was the recipient of an upset last year in their sub-state, which allowed us to play Chanute at home instead of travel to Ottawa, I think it was. I don't quite remember. But Labette County didn't quite work out that way this year. We did have to play the higher seed Fort Scott here tonight on the road, which will pose a bit of a test playing on the road, Jonathan.
Yeah, and the last time we were here, this place was absolutely rocking throughout the whole game. It's just such a great atmosphere, and it'll be really cool to see our student section that came on a pet bus from our school today.
Yep.
It's just crazy to see that our student section's bigger than theirs, like you harped on. And I'm just looking for this to be a great game, great atmosphere. I can't wait.
Just under 5 minutes until tip-off. You're listening to the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. The last time that these two teams faced off was a rescheduled game. In fact, the last two times we played Fort Scott this season, the games were rescheduled. Well, today's wasn't, thankfully and obviously. But I'll tell you, Labette County looked poor against Fort Scott last time out of the gate back on February 6th. And Jonathan, it felt like some of the reason was because the game was rescheduled. That was the week we had all that weather. The girls got out of their routine, only practiced a couple times that week, and Fort Scott had a game the Friday before the matchup. So Labette County was coming off of a 2-week break, and Fort Scott had played 2 nights before, and we looked really sluggish as a result. So hopefully we get another crack at them tonight, coming off of no reschedules, no snowy weathers. Hopefully we look a little bit more crisp and ready to go out of the gate.
Yeah, I think we will. We've been able to practice all week, and that sure makes a difference, I would say. So, I think we'll be ready to play tonight and get after these girls quick.
Landry O'Brien had 23 points in the last contest against this squad, and the next best scorers behind her were Maddie Bevins and Aubrey Boss with just 5 points. So that's happened quite a few times this season. Landry will have 20-plus points, and then our next leading scorer is well under 10. We can have success that way, but maybe not against a team like Fort Scott. So, of course, we need Landry to provide her typical 15 to 19 points that she averages, but might need a little bit of help. And, Jonathan, let's talk about where Landry got that from a couple nights ago in the first round of Sub-State against Tonganoxie. Maddie Bevins hit 3 3-pointers in that game, all of them at perfect moments.
Yeah, she was rolling, wasn't she? All 3 of those shots were beautiful shots. You just can't ask for anything more from a player like that.
Yeah. As she had 9 points, all of them coming from, of course, the 3-point line. Labette County won that game 39-34, and it was tied through 3 quarters of play. So that Tonganoxie team was really good, to be honest with you. And I would compare them to Fort Scott. They have a good point guard, as we'll see tonight in Allie Brown, and they had a good post player in their 6'2" sophomore Schooler. We'll see that tonight in the senior Kylie Comstock for Fort Scott. So Fort Scott, similar to Tonganoxie, but a level or two better. So should be a dandy of a basketball game here tonight. Let's step aside for 1 minute. This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. Welcome in, Grizzly fans. We're live from Fort Scott, Kansas. Jack Leak III and Jonathan Dusher, Labette County freshman and aspiring broadcaster, with you on the tip-off. American flag lowers from the rafters here in the Tiger Dome, which is more of a cage than a dome, but we'll roll with it. Labette County student section is packed. Listen to the national anthem here in Fort Scott. Beautifully played by the Fort Scott High School pep band. Starters taking their shooting shirts off and revealing for Fort Scott their home white uniforms, and for Labette County, road red unis. Let's go ahead and start for the home team, the Fort Scott Lady Tigers. Again, the 4 seed finished the regular season 16-4. It's going to be number 2, a 5'6" junior, Abby Gorman. Number 10, a 5'5" senior, Allie Brown. Number 20, a 5'9" junior, Claire McElroy. Number 23, a 6-foot-tall senior, Kylie Comstock. And number 25, a 5'9" junior, JC Rogers. For Labette County, the ladies in red. Number 13, a 5'5" junior, Millie Carnahan. Number 14, a 5'9" senior, Aubrey Boss. Number 21, a 5'9" senior, Madison Bevins. Number 23, a 5'8" senior, Landry O'Brien. And number 42, getting the start tonight, a 5'9" senior, Jaden Davis, coming off of a really nice game for us. She finished with, oh darn it, let me find it. I was going smooth for a while, as she had a big 8 points against Tonganoxie for us just a couple nights ago. Head coach for Fort Scott, Pashone Steps, one of the best in the business, assisted by Gary Floyd and Dylan Duffy. Another one of the best in the business head coach for your Lady Grizzlies, Brianna Vollmer, assisted by Heather Wilson and Madison Evans. Jonathan, partner, this is about to be an instant classic basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, the energy's already through the roof in this gym. I mean, you can feel it buzzing.
Lucas, do you think you can tilt the camera down and show the Labette County student section down there? Oh, I forget he doesn't wear headphones. Do you think you could show the student section? Okay, he already did. But, boy, I'll tell you, that is impressive. Labette County has seemingly more students than the home team, Fort Scott, in the sub-state championship game, just under a 90-minute drive, and we outnumber the home team students. We have seen that. We have seen that a couple times, Jonathan. The Labette County student body just supports so well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a good, as a team, it's fun to play for a school and a community that just will always back you up no matter what. So I think, yeah.
Comstock and Boss at the center paw at center court. Both student sections juiced. Referee bounces the ball once, tosses it in the air, and Labette County loses the tip out of bounds. Fort Scott starts with the rock. Again, Fort Scott in white uniforms, Labette County in red. Tigers working the floor right to left, Labette County left to right. Allie Brown with the basketball, their senior leading point guard. Throws off to the near side. Labette County in a bit of a different defense here so far. Well, no, it's man-to-man.
Yeah, I mean, that defense so far has been absolutely stifling for this team, it seems like.
McElroy throws off to Comstock. There's no shot clock and a travel called on Comstock. Turnover, Fort Scott.
Man, that's huge. Opening possession, getting a stop like that, that is huge for the momentum of this game.
The Tigers are the team that should have all the pressure and tightness. If they have already beat us twice. They're on their home floor. They lost on purpose so they could avoid Miege. All the pressure is on Fort Scott, but Labette County does turn it over, and Fort Scott's got it for crack at it, number 2.
2 consecutive stops there for both teams. That's just a rough way to start this game.
7 minutes to play first quarter. Fort Scott with it. Wide open three. Too strong. Rebound Landry O'Brien for Labette County. Left to right. Labette County has numbers by 1. Landry all the way to the cup. Fouled hard by Brown. And it'll be 2 free throws for Landry O.
That's a good take. Penetrating into the paint there and then drawing the foul. I mean, that's just textbook basketball right there.
Landry coming off of a game where she had 11 points. Coming off of being injured against Coffeyville on the Friday before that. Her first free throw here's no good.
Both teams scoreless through 1 minute of basketball here.
Landry's second is good, and it's 1-0 good, guys, to start the game. Labette County playing defense. Fort Scott with the basketball. Abby Gorman with it, throws off near side to McElroy. Fort Scott looks tight. They're nervous. That's my first look here. McElroy nearly travels, throws to Gorman, who pulls it down, runs into Brown, and they nearly turn it over. They throw it into Comstock, who scores, but that was great defense by Labette County.
Yeah, it was. I think that was a pretty lucky bucket, I would say.
It was. And a foul again. Is that on Brown? No, it's on Gorman, and Allie Brown avoids a foul.
Fort Scott was not too happy with that call there.
2-1, Fort Scott. Ball goes into the 2-3 zone for the Tigers. Back out to Landry, right wing. Jaden Davis snatches it, turns, fires, and hits.
That was a great pass there by Landry, finding the open man in the paint, and just a great shot there by Jaden.
3-2, Labette County. 6 minutes, first quarter. Gorman off the double screen, doesn't like it, pulls back. Landry comes to collect. Her defender. Now McElroy gets in the paint, near travel. Coach Vollmer wants it, doesn't get it. Ball goes in, out off of Brown. No, out off Labette County, and Fort Scott keeps.
Man, we have just put the pressure on this team. They're kind of on their heels right now. I'm looking to just push them all the way over.
It does appear that they're on the heels a little bit, doesn't it? Ball goes into McElroy, back to Brown. Quick trigger tray, air ball. Rebound Gorman, short corner. Defended by Landry, left wing, wide open three. No! Rebound fought for, tipped out, and Labette County has it. Millie Carnahan.
That was great effort there by Millie to keep that inbounds and push the pace here.
Millie throws off to Landry. 5:30 first quarter. Labette County 3, Fort Scott 2. Grizzlies nearly turn it over. Landry left open. Bang! A three-pointer for Landry O'Brien.
Man, we needed that. What a great shot there by Landry O'Brien.
6-2, Fort Scott as tight as screws here so far. 5 minutes first quarter. Left wing, McElroy drives all the way to the cup. Missed it, but she's fouled. Hit the deck hard. Hopefully McElroy is okay. As the referee calls for her to be tended to, Claire McElroy might be in some trouble. Now she's helped to her feet. No, darn it. Ooh. She might be in some pain. Let's step aside for 1 minute on KLKC.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Welcome back in, Grizzly fans. Labette County leads Fort Scott by 2 points here, as Claire McElroy did walk off under her own power, but hopefully she can come back as Yarick substitutes for her at the line and makes both. Landry loses the dribble, might have crossed half court. No, luckily for us. Aubrey Boss with it up ahead. Dribble handoff, no, a pass to Millie. Carnahan drives on Yarick, spins. Vollmer wants us to move on offense. Labette County up 6-4. Maddie Bevins left wing. Throws to the top to Landry O'Brien. Back to Bevins, who hit 3 threes last game. Davis wide open, scores.
That's great movement there by the Grizzlies to find the open man and just get a good look right there. Again, that's just textbook basketball. If you want to win this game, we're going to have to keep doing that.
8-4 Labette County. 4:20 first quarter. Yarick drives, poked out by Bevins. Fort Scott keeps.
Yeah, we've been putting the pressure on them both ways, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I mean, they've been the team that came in with the pressure on them, and they've played like it. As they begged to play us, basically, and they're getting us. Underneath, Comstock scores plus the foul. Jaden Davis contested as well as she could have. Comstock has done well against us in all 2 games this season, and scores Fort Scott's 6th point.
You know, you just win some, you lose some, I guess.
Play on. Comstock's and 1 free throw is good. Fort Scott 3 for 3 from the line so far. It's 8-7 Lady Tigers. 4:15 first quarter. Landry gets by everybody. Misses the floater. Rebound Tigers. Boss hanging with it. Tigers not out of prison yet. Now they throw out to Gorman. Right to left goes number 2 in white with the basketball. Senior guard Allie Brown on the bench to my right. Right wing, Yarick throws off to the top. Now with the basketball is Riley Cowan, harassed. Throws off, wide open 3 for Yarick. Strong, rebound Comstock under the rim. Goes up, no whistle. Hit the bottom of the backboard, and a jump ball will give it to Labette County.
That's just another instance of great defense. This Grizzly basketball team came to play, and they came to play defensively.
A good start was step number 1 in completing a win tonight. You couldn't start poorly, and we haven't. So amen to that, Jonathan. Kinsley Boss in the game, head fakes and drives, throws out to Aubrey, who lost it off her chest. Turnover Grizzlies. It's 8-7 Fort Scott, 3:30 first period.
You know, we started off strong. We just need to keep on going strong here. I mean, can't let it get away from us.
Gorman crosses the red-colored half-court stripe. Labette County in a man-to-man. Ball goes short corner, and a not great pass ends in a steal, and then a foul on Comstock. Fort Scott with quite a few poor possessions tonight.
Poor fouls, too. I mean, that was a sloppy one there.
Yeah, Comstock kind of lost it. It wasn't a very good pass from Yarrick, I think it was. And Comstock's going to check out with one personal foul. Timeout Fort Scott, as I know we're only up one, but Fort Scott seems tight and we seem competitive, so that's a good timeout from Coach Steps. Let's take a 30-second break on KLKC. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, live from Fort Scott, Kansas. Labette County turns it over, trying to break the press. It's 8-7 Fort Scott, who's turned us over on back-to-back tries.
Yeah, we got to limit those. I mean, we were in the driver's seat there for the good chunk of the first quarter. We got to stay in it if we want to win this game.
Absolutely, as Fort Scott hasn't played that great, but they're only down one.
Right.
Fort Scott, a very good team. Allie Brown throws off, left wing three, wide open and good for Riley Cowan.
Okay, they took the lead here. No problem. Let's just go back down there and take it again.
Landry gets in between the jaws of the trap, all the way to the cup, puts one up and rattles it home. Nobody stopped her, and we're tied at 10.
Man, I mean, that was just great. She dribbled it all the way down the floor, straight to the cup for the straight to the cup for the easy two.
10-10 the score. Sub-state championship game. Jack Leake and Jonathan Dusher with you, and Millie Carnahan called on a reach-in foul. And each team has 3 team fouls in the first quarter, as this gym is just about packed and it is tense in here early.
Tied up 10-10 with 2:22 left.
Allie Brown to inbound, long safety net to Cowan, who just hit a 3. Cowan tries to find Brown and does on the handoff, heart of the floor, between the rings. Throws inside to Gorman, gets behind Landry, rises from a floater, misses it, rebound Evans.
That's a good stop there.
Landry left to right, long pass Carnahan left wing in front of the Fort Scott student section. Ball worked around the horn. Landry defended in the 2-3 zone, gets inside of it, puts up a bad one that misses, out of bounds off Fort Scott. Labette County keeps. In comes Amory Baker in place of Millie Carnahan.
Yeah, we've been playing some great basketball. I mean, like you said, the past couple games we played, we had a bad start, and we've had a very good start, so that's a very good sign. Entry pass to Amory, and she gets the bucket to fall.
Amory Baker works so hard down there, really good at using her body and shooting over longer arms. It's 12-10 Lady Grizzlies, minute 40, first quarter. Fort Scott with the basketball. Lorelei Clark in the game as well. Throws to the top to Cowan, who drives, pivots out. Back to Allie Brown. Brown forces one up that misses. Ball's on the deck and fought for. Fort Scott has it. Brown wide open underneath. Missed it. Rebound Labette County. Left to right goes Landry. Crosses half court. All the way to the rim. Harassed. Shoots. Blocked. But the Grizzlies will have it.
Man, that's just rough. Takes it all the way and gets blocked at the cup, but it stays with us though.
Abby Gorman in the game for Allie Brown. Comstock back in the game as well for Fort Scott. Aubrey Boss throws it in between the hands of Kinsley Boss. Fort Scott has it. Right to left, they try to move. Inside to Cowan. Doesn't attack and throws it away. Very poor decision by Cowan, and Labette County has it.
Good steal by Amory there, just being aware of the court.
Landry wanted the 3 but drives, throws off to Aubrey Bosch. She'll drive, good look at it, fouled by Comstock, her second with 60 seconds left in the first quarter.
that's another one of them fouls. It's just a sloppy foul, and we'll take the buckets at the charity line.
12-10 Fort Scott. Comstock had 3 personal fouls in the first half of play in the game in this gym back on February 6th, and she already has 2, not even the end of the first quarter, and she checks out and complains to her assistant coaches and has a seat. Aubrey Boss misses the first free throw. Number 14 in red getting ready to shoot one more.
And Jaden Davis checks in for Kinsley as well.
Thank you very much. Aubrey makes the second, and it's a 3-point Grizzly lead with a minute left in the first quarter.
Let's just try to keep this lead, keep getting stops down here on the defensive side and convert some buckets down on the offensive side.
13-10, 40 seconds first quarter. Gorman, a tough 2, goes. Landry O'Brien with the basketball. Labette County trying to respond to the Gorman jumper. 30 seconds first quarter. There is no shot clock in postseason play. Labette County gets it inside to Davis. Open floater, misses. Tipped about. Tigers have it. Davis was hit hard, but no whistle. 15 seconds first quarter. Up ahead to Clark. Lorelei Clark throws back to Gorman. Head fakes, gets a man to bite, and makes another jumper. She's a good shooter. 5 seconds left first quarter. Labette County down 1. O'Brien snatches back. 1 second inside Baker. Tip twice. Davis misses. And at the end of 1, it's Fort Scott 14, Labette County 13. Does it get better than that?
No, it doesn't. This has been a great game so far. I love the intensity from both teams they brought, and the crowd is just electric. It's such a good game so far.
Back in 1 minute from Fort Scott.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Welcome in, basketball fans. Jack Leak III and Jonathan Dusher, Labette County freshmen, with you on the call. 14-13, Lady Tigers lead and have the ball. Abby Gorman hit back-to-back 2s for Fort Scott, and a long 3 is missed. Rebound goes underneath, and the putback is missed as well, but Fort Scott keeps it somehow, some way. Lady Tigers still with the ball. Riley Cowan looks to move it. Throws it to Clark. A 3-pointer is missed. Rebound, Jaden Davis.
We've been doing good on the defensive board sides to keep them from getting second chance points, but the past couple of times we've just gotten it tipped out and back to Fort Scott.
Comstock and Brown both on the bench for the Tigers, their 2 best players. Fort Scott in a 2-3 zone. Maddie Bevins running the baseline, looking to get open. Davis at the top, throws to Landry, deep 3. She's already hit 1, missed the second by an inch, and she'll stick with it, nearly get a steal, but Abby Gorman comes away.
Yeah, just looking for a stop here and go down and score again. This Grizzlies defense have been absolutely outstanding through the first quarter. I hope they're able to maintain this defense throughout the whole game.
Absolutely.
Keep it close here.
Cowan comes around the edge of the screen, throws off. It's caught by Clark, defended tightly by Boss. Clark gets by her, shoots a tough 2, missed it. Rebound, Jaden, who's fouled by Fort Scott, and that's the first foul of the second quarter with 6:40 left in the half.
Our rebounding game so far has been pretty good. I mean, that's another consecutive board there by Jaden Davis, just flying high and bringing the ball down. As Millie checks in for Landry O'Brien there.
Landry O'Brien wearing a black mouth guard tonight. Apparently she got hit in the mouth against Tonganoxie. I didn't see or hear about that, but Ball goes into Bevins on the far side, and she immediately retreats beyond the arc. Labette County with the ball. O'Brien on the bench. 14-13, Tigers lead. Ball goes to Amory Baker, looks to pass. Boss, now Carnahan far side in front of the Fort Scott Tigers student body. Carnahan doesn't use her dribble, throws off, and that was not a great possession. Brown, interception. Allie Brown right to left, bounce pass to Gorman. Looks to shoot, well contested, and a foul on the floor, I think, on Millie Carnahan, her second if it is. It is, and Landry O'Brien checks in for her, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, you know, that's tough. They're both fighting for the ball, and, you know, that's just something a ref's going to call 9 times out of 10.
Brown to inbound over the outstretched arms of Boss. Ball goes in. Brown comes to collect. Wanted the deep three, but pulls down hip high. Throws to the top to Clark. Goes into Gorman. She's shot well. Ball on the deck, throws out. Clark, another three left wing. Miss. Rebound fought for, and Labette County maintains. Landry O'Brien.
It's another key stop for us there to keep them from scoring.
Defense has been really good. Maddie Bevins wants a two, missed it sharp off the rim, and it goes out of bounds, but a fantastic hustle by Amory Baker.
I really thought she saved it. As Anna Cantrell and Kinsley Boss checks in for Jaden Davis and Maddie Bevins.
14-13, Lady Tigers with the lead and the ball. 5:30 to play in the first half from Fort Scott, Kansas. Nobody has scored in the second period. Clark is 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, doesn't shoot the three this time. Goes inside to Gorman, gets Landry to bite, steal! Anna Cantrell on the swiper. Labette County with it, trying to go back up here on the road.
Great defensive effort there by Landry to tip the ball right into Anna's hands. Long two by Kinsley, and she gets it to go. Great bucket there by, Aubrey Boss.
Timeout Coach Vollmer after Aubrey makes the long two. Both offenses struggling, but it's a lot of fun here. It's Fort Scott 14, Labette County 15. Another 30-second break on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Labette County coming out of a Coach Vollmer timeout after Aubrey Boss gave us the lead. Comstock back in the game for Fort Scott. A long two-pointer for the Tigers is up and good for Aubrey Yarick.
And that shot was even tipped by Kinsley there, just helped at the swish. That's rough.
Landry double team, calls for a friend. Overhead pass to Kinsley. Labette has numbers. Kinsley from 12 feet, good.
Two of our consecutive points there have been off the Boss twins. That's just great to see.
Labette County back up one, 4:30 left in the half. Long overhead pass goes out of bounds off of Fort Scott, and Labette County has it up by one. As the closer this game stays, the longer, the more tight Fort Scott should get.
Yeah, because they probably came into this game expecting to win. They've already beat us twice, and that's just a terrible mindset to have, especially in a playoff game.
Landry O'Brien throws to Kinsley Boss inside to Baker, looks to score on the up and under. No foul called on Comstock. Look clean from here, I'll take it. Rebound Tigers. Gorman, right to left, into the heart of the defense. Denied the step back. Comstock drives, back to Gorman, wanted another. McElroy from the free throw line, miss off the heel. Rebound O'Brien, or that was Yarick on the shot, sorry. No sign of McElroy after she hurt herself earlier. And I think Baker might have traveled, but they didn't call it and she was fouled, and Amory will shoot two.
Fouled hard.
Fort Scott's frustrated and tired. That's two on Rogers with 3:48 left in the half. Baker's first free throw is no good.
I would like to say, all week this week at school in the morning, I would go into the locker room, drop off my bag. I would see Amory Baker shooting free throws every single morning.
She works hard at it, doesn't she?
Yes.
She makes the second to give Labette County a 2-point lead. 16-18, good guys. 3:40 first half. Ball is near side to Yarrick. Looks inside to Comstock, defended tightly by Aubrey Boss, one of the best defenders on the team. Ball goes into Yarrick from 8 feet, good. That was pretty offense by the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a beautiful hook shot there by Yarrick there. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
18 all. 3:20 first half. Anna Cantrell in the game for the Grizzlies. Kinsley drives left open, blocked by Comstock and rebounded by her and lost it out of bounds. Wow. Coach Steps wants a foul on the bump from behind but doesn't get it, and Labette County maintains possession. Jaden Davis comes in for Amory Baker. Cantrell to toss it in. She does to Jaden Davis. Landry defended by Allie Brown, two of the best in the league going at it. 3 minutes first half. Labette County tied with the Tigers. Sub-state championship match here in Fort Scott, Kansas. Aubrey Boss heels on the stripe, throws to Kinsley, wide open, good.
Man, that is money from there for them. I mean, their mid-range shots are beautiful. I haven't been able to see them that much this year, but from what I've seen now, that shot is just green light for them.
If those shots fall, our opponents are in trouble.
Yeah.
20-18, Labette County. Fort Scott trying to tie or take the lead. They go to Comstock, works, loses it on the deck. Her teammate has it, and the jumper is no good. Rebound Landry O'Brien, pushes pace, crosses half court. Now she's defended, dribbles off her foot. No, a foul. I thought she dribbled off the foot of Allie Brown, but they call a foul on Brown, her second, or it actually might be her first. No, it's her second with 2:20 left in the half, and she'll check out. Man, they're frustrated, tight. Oh my, this is, wow.
Man, we just came out and punched them in the mouth here. That's just great basketball here by the Grizzlies.
Kinsley fouled hard, foul on the Tigers on the entry pass. That's either on Comstock or Rogers. That's huge. They're gonna get Rogers, so Comstock avoids her third, and Labette County leads by 2 with the ball as Clark checks back in.
I mean, that is a pretty obvious foul. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, that was a foul, 100%. Absolutely.
There's some puzzled faces I'm seeing around.
Maybe it's because Labette County has 1 foul and Fort Scott has 4. Kinsley Boss misses a jumper. Tigers with the rebound.
Aubrey Boss was calling for the trap there with Kinsley, and Kinsley didn't hear it. That would have been big.
Anytime we can maybe get a trap with Brown on the bench would be huge. How does Fort Scott play without Brown on the floor? Clark launches a 3, missed it, and a good box by Cantrell, who nearly lost it out of bounds, but keeps it. And Landry O'Brien has it with 2 minutes just under left in the half.
Good work there by Anna to keep that ball from going out.
Minute 40, second quarter. Cantrell throws to O'Brien. This is a big minute 30 here. O'Brien leans, misses. Rebound Clark, who's hacked from behind by Davis, and a foul on Jaden. That's her second, I think. Jaden has played very well tonight and against Tonganoxie.
As Amory Baker and Maddie Bevins checks in for Jaden and Anna.
Minute 30, first half. Great basketball game. Sub-state final. Labette County and the Lady Tigers of Fort Scott. 20-18, good guys. Minute 20 left in the half. Fort Scott with it. Tip, pass, not stolen though. Back out, Tigers keep it. Comstock well beyond the arc, working on Boss. Now throws off near side to Clark. Gorman in the corner, defended by O'Brien. Skip pass, Clark right side. Defended by Bevins. Comstock at the free throw line. Looks for the up and under. Misses it short. Labette County has it. No, it was tipped. And the Tigers have it.
That's just good defense there by Amory Baker to tip that. I think that was Amory.
18-20, Fort Scott down to Labette County. Clark throws it into Comstock, a few feet from the rim, misses it short, tipped out by Gorman, and Labette County has it with 56 seconds left in the half. Labette County's paint defense has been key here tonight.
Yeah, it has. I mean, I don't think they've had many points at all in the paint. It came from beyond the arc or free throws.
Kinsley gets the ball, and it's turned over. Good defense by Riley Cowan. Dribbles up ahead, defended tightly. Has to throw back to Clark. 38 seconds left in the half. Cowan looks to drive, does so, gets to the cup, bounce pass. Oh, a foul on Landry. O'Brien didn't like it. Foul on the floor. That's our third as a team. And that's Landry's second as well. She will stay in. Clark throws it in to Yarrick, who finds Gorman. Clark in the corner, defended by Bevins. One arm flip. Cowan goes in to Yarrick with 25 seconds left in the half. Cowan, they're looking for Comstock. She gets it. Tough hook shot blocked. Gorman has it on the baseline with 17 seconds left. Gorman has been the reason why this is a 2-point game. 10 seconds left in the half. Fort Scott with the ball, down 2. Comstock sets Gorman a screen. She uses it. Gorman drives, loses it off her leg. Turnover! Labette County has it, and they're going to go into the locker room with at worst a 2-point lead.
That's just great basketball, getting yet another stop. I feel like I've said that a million times in this game so far.
Ball goes into Landry, defended tightly. 1 second. A good look at the buzzer. I mean, a good look is short. And at halftime, Labette County leads Fort Scott 20-18. Let's step aside for a 4-minute break and come back with the Eye Care Associates halftime show. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, live from Fort Scott, Kansas. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. I'd like to take a moment and thank a few of our other sponsors for allowing our broadcast to be possible. That would include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Vollmer Cement Finishing, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Olson Ace Hardware, and SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister. We'd also like to thank a somewhat new sponsor for about a month now, Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing. Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services is here to help with all your HVAC and small plumbing needs. Proudly serving Altamont, Parsons, Cherryvale, Oswego, and everywhere in between. Call Nathan today at 620-778-6817. Again, that's Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing at 778-6817. Jack Leake III and Jonathan Dusher, Labette County freshmen, with you on the call in the absence of my father. And there's, oh man, it's kind of hard to see from here, from that one. 4:20 left until the second half. Jonathan, that was about as fun of a 16 minutes as you can get, and there were only 11 combined points scored in the second quarter, but yet it was very entertaining.
I mean, yeah, it was very entertaining. I'd have to agree. Both teams just playing good defense and good offense as well. We came out and played some smash mouth defense and went east to west pretty quickly as well, just 0 to 60 all the time. Partly because Landry O'Brien, she would get it and she would just fly down the court. Could they get the Fort Scott team off balance? Not. Out of position, yeah, that is the word. But yeah, that has been a very good first half, and I'm looking forward to the intensity both teams bring in the second half, and hopefully they bring even more.
As the way that I see it, I know we're only up 2, and Fort Scott played terrible. We're the reason that they didn't play very good, for starters. But 2, it feels like we are firmly in the driver's seat. Not just halfway onto it or one hand on the steering wheel, but firmly in the driver's seat. And here's why. Fort Scott's points have come off of very, very hard shots. Abby Gorman hit 2 tough head fake, 1 bounce, 2-pointers.
Hook shots.
The hook shot from Aubrey Yarrick. Whereas for Labette County, they've moved very well in the 2-3 zone from Fort Scott.
Getting high percentage shots.
All of Aubrey Boss and Kinsley Boss's points have been wide open jumpers. Jaden Davis has 4 points easily right at the rim. So the way that we scored 20 points was much more effortless than the way Fort Scott had to scrap for just 18.
Right.
Now, it still goes back to the point, all that happened and we're only up 2. So, if it would have been flipped, would we be down 10 or 12? That's why you play the game. So hopefully Labette County, you said it early, can keep the intensity on, because we had Fort Scott, you said it early, on their heels, and that stayed true the whole half.
Right. I just hope we keep the pedal down, and just keep on pushing the pace.
This has been the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Well, I can't forget, actually, my apologies, first half stats. Landry O'Brien had 6 first half points for Labette County. Kinsley Boss and Jaden Davis each had 4. Aubrey Boss and Amory Baker each had 3. For Fort Scott, Allie Brown was held scoreless in the first half. That was huge. Their leading scorer was Aubrey Yarrick with 6, Kylie Comstock with 5, Abby Gorman with 4, and Riley Cowan with 3. At the end of the first quarter, it was Labette County 13, Fort Scott 14, and then Labette County outscored the Tigers 7-4 in the second quarter. What great defense from Coach Vollmer's squad.
Yes.
Second half in 1 minute on KLKC. Labette County starts with the basketball to begin the third quarter of play. Fort Scott still in that 2-3 zone. Landry wants a three, missed it short, and it is saved to Maddie Bevins, who misses a layup. It's tipped twice. The Tigers have it, and they throw out to Abby Gorman.
I wish we could have capitalized on getting the ball here in the first and the second half, but it's okay. And there's a steal there by Landry O'Brien, and she's going to push the pace. No.
Landry O'Brien crosses half court here. Labette County didn't score on their first possession, but got a steal on Fort Scott's. Labette County's been playing against a 2-3 zone for a couple months now, and they're playing pretty well against it tonight. They're getting more used to it. Millie Carnahan at the top. Now Aubrey Boss. Landry O'Brien doesn't get it. Bevins does. Misses the jumper. Out of bounds off Fort Scott. Labette County keeps possession underneath their own basket.
Yeah, a 2-3 zone defense is usually to, keep us out of the paint, but that has not stopped us at all. I think a lot of our points came from the paint.
They have.
I think there's only been, 1-3, and that was Landry?
That's a great point. Landry blocked at the rim by Comstock, but we keep it. It tumbled out of bounds off the senior's palm for the Tigers. 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. It's Fort Scott 18, Labette County 20. Millie Carnahan to throw it in. Tipped by Brown, out of bounds for the 30th time this possession, and Labette County will throw in again.
And it stays with us.
Jack Leake and Jonathan Dusher with you on the call. Millie Carnahan comes to face the Fort Scott 2-3 zone and throws off. O'Brien at the top. Aubrey Boss wanted the jumper. Now she's quadruple teamed but collects it back. Millie Carnahan trapped, looks to throw out, throws to Aubrey. Wants the up and under but dishes out to Bevins for three. Good.
Madison Bevins always finds a good time to make a three. And that was a great time.
Boy, Labette County looks really solid right now.
Up by 5 now.
Dialed in. 6:30 third quarter. Starters on the floor for both teams except, I don't see McElroy still. She got hurt kind of early.
I don't even see her on the bench, I don't think.
A drive for Brown, and she scores her first points of the game to take it back to a 3-point Labette County lead. Fort Scott's press hasn't really had an impact on us. And a block foul called on Brown. That's her second or third, and she shows frustration again.
Yeah, we'll take those all day and we get the ball back.
That's 3 on Brown. That's big time. Ball's thrown in for the Grizzlies. Clock drips under 6 minutes, third quarter. Aubrey Boss throws to Carnahan. Step back, left wing tray. Strong, Davis skies and retrieves. Outlet to Landry O'Brien. Labette County up 3, back with it. Aubrey Boss drives. Ball on the deck, fought for, out of bounds off of Rogers. Oh, that's a bad call. They called it off Labette County. That rolled off Rogers, didn't it, partner?
Yeah. That was clear as day.
23-20, Labette County in front. 5:30, third quarter. Gorman uses the Comstock screen. Looks to get downhill, kicks it to the corner for the tie. Air ball, but the board goes to Comstock. Ball in the corner, three-pointer for the tie. Air ball, goes far side to Yarick. Fort Scott very tight, and they throw it away. Oh my goodness.
That is a great defensive possession there for the Grizzlies, getting 2 airball threes and then a throwaway off the tips of the fingers.
Landry O'Brien dribbles the basketball right to left, now throws it up ahead to Aubrey Boss. Back to O'Brien. Has a seam, takes it, rises, fires, missed it off the rim. Davis put back, you bet.
I think she's up to 6 now. She's been stepping up in a big way for us tonight.
Fort Scott beat us both times in the regular season, but they're not that much better than us, which is why the advantage was Grizzlies coming into tonight's game. Ball goes into Gorman, back out, not ready for it, but putting it up and missing. Comstock at the rim, fouled, and she'll shoot 2. As when they play well, she is effective, and she hasn't been for much of the night due to Labette County's defense.
Yeah, our paint has just smothered her every time she gets the ball. I think really our paint defense has smothered anyone anytime they get the ball in there. It's been great defense there. Coach Vollmer has a word with Aubrey and Jaden there.
Comstock to shoot 2 free throws. She has shot just 1 free throw earlier in the first quarter after an and one. Her second free throw of the evening is a miss. And Jonathan, what I said earlier is going to continue to become a thing. The longer this game stays Labette County advantage, the tighter Fort Scott's going to get. There's no pressure on us, none.
No, they have not put any pressure on us at all, it seems like.
Well, I just mean the fact of, like, we weren't expected to win. We've lost to them twice. Fort Scott's the team that was begging to play somebody other than the Stags, and they're going to get a gnarly effort tonight from our Grizzlies. Comstock misses both, but Landry turns it over, and Fort Scott has it, a near travel, but Brown has it left to right.
Some possessions are just empty like that one, but just got to tunnel vision and go to the next one.
Millie Carnahan's played good defense tonight beyond the arc. Abby Gorman with the ball, left wing, skip pass, looking to drive on Davis is Rogers, flips one up that misses, tip twice, Carnahan has it, Fort Scott cannot score.
Yeah, our perimeter and our paint defense has been great tonight. I mean, we've just been firing.
Bevins wants a 3, air ball to Davis, the hook shot, misses badly. Not a great shot selection, but she's played well recently. And Allie Brown has it for the Tigers, only down 4. Long skip pass to Gorman in the corner, wants the 3, gets it. Man, she shot well.
Yeah, that was a good find there over in the corner by Brown, and she just got the shot to fall.
Nobody stops Landry, and she dribbles off her foot out of bounds. Fort Scott has it. Coach Vollmer wants kind of a push or a blocking foul, but doesn't get it. 2 Tigers check in. Cowan and Clark replace Brown and Yarrick.
I think Landry wanted a kickball on Fort Scott because that's what she signaled to Mrs. Vollmer, Coach Vollmer.
I think she dribbled off someone's foot, but not really deserving of the call if you drive baseline and kind of lose it. So we'll just get back and play defense here. Up by 2 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Gorman has been their heartbeat. Drives and kicks to Clark. Clark continues to drive. Throws back to Comstock, who looks to drive as well. Spins, shoots a fader that goes. And we're tied at 25, 3 minutes, third quarter.
Okay, now they're getting some shots to fall. We just need to calm down. Timeout there by Coach Vollmer.
Full timeout, Labette County. It's tied at 25, a 5-0 run for the Tigers. A 60-second break on KLKC.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
Ball goes in for Labette County. Momentum is in the favor of Fort Scott for the time being. We're tied at 25. Millie Carnahan drives, turns, tries to kick, and finds Landry O'Brien in the far corner. She's harassed, gets an open look, but airballed it deep. Kinsley Boss collects it for the Grizzlies. Jonathan, you're right. We have rebounded the ball very well offensively. Carnahan open, missed it short. Rebound tipped out to the Tigers, and Riley Cowan has it. Closed in by O'Brien and misses the layup. Fort Scott had, no, that's Kinsley Boss. It looked like a Tiger had it from my angle.
I actually thought the same thing you did, so we were both wrong there.
I couldn't see Kinsley hiding behind a cloak of white. Carnahan wants another 3. Missed it. Baker wants to go up on Clark. Drops to kind of one knee but throws out. Kinsley looks to face. Carnahan wants another. Good!
What do they say? Third time's a charm?
That's right. Third time for Carnahan to try a three, and third time for us to try to beat the Tigers. Labette County back up 3 with 1:40 left in the third quarter. Gorman drives into 4 jerseys, kick out, a 3 for the tie. No, rebound Grizzlies.
Amory Baker flies high and gets the board there for us.
Boy, Labette County can go up 7, 8, 9 quick if they can score, because Fort Scott is having a hard time offensively. O'Brien kicks it to Carnahan, denied the 3, swerves, fades, and hits.
Man, she is on fire right now. That was just textbook drive in there, draw the contact, and shoot the fader.
Timeout Fort Scott. Coach Vollmer amped up as Millie Carnahan goes on a 5-0 run, and Labette County leads by 5 with 60 seconds left in the third quarter. Pressure is all on Fort Scott. Let's take a 30-second break from Fort Scott.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
A three-pointer for Fort Scott off the inbound play, or was that a two-pointer? I think they gave her a 3 for Lorelei Clark. Her first points of the game. Jaden Davis to answer, misses off the heel. Rebound Comstock, who clears space and is fouled going the other way. I think, yes. Coach Vollmer can't believe it, and that's Jaden Davis's third personal. Jaden's played so well lately, Jonathan.
Yeah, I mean, in this game especially, she showed up for us in a big way, giving some good buckets down in the paint.
Fort Scott's hit a couple big threes from Gorman and Clark, both with Labette County up by 5. Now the Tigers have the ball back, only down 2 to our Grizzlies with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Clark wants another right wing, missed it. Good box out by Jaden Davis, and Labette County has it.
And she's been huge for us here late.
Yeah. Landry O'Brien defended tightly by Rayleigh Cowan. I'm sorry. Maddie Bevins unleashes. Nearly banked it in.
And that's us.
And Abby Gorman batted it out of bounds in an effort to get the ball, as Fort Scott has not done a very good job of one-and-done possessions defensively. We've gotten 2, 3, 4 tries on multiple possessions.
As Amory Baker checks in there for Jaden Davis.
Aubrey Boss throws to Baker, working on Comstock, well contested, tipped out to Gorman. 4 seconds on the clock. Gorman looks to go. 2 seconds. Clark open at the buzzer. No good. And Labette County takes a 2-point lead into the fourth quarter. 1 minute break, and the fourth and final quarter will be live from Fort Scott, Kansas.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
What a terrific game here in Fort Scott, Kansas. The Lady Tigers start with the basketball. It's 28-30 Grizzlies with 8 minutes to play in the game. As the ball goes in, Allie Brown back in for the Tigers. A set play for Abby Gorman. Open for three. It rimmed out. Rebound Grizzlies.
Man, we just got to keep the pedal to the metal here. We cannot let this team see the daylight.
30-28. Labette County's kind of teeter-tottered. Fort Scott hasn't led since the first half. Carnahan open again for three. Good! Millie Carnahan with her 8th point of the game.
And give her another trifecta there for Millie there. It's another great shot. I think she has 2 3-pointers on the game now. I'm
not sure. I'm curious to see how Fort Scott responds. They haven't shown me that they can go back up 5-6 points and win this game. I know they can, but I haven't seen it this evening. 33-28, Labette County in front. They've been the better team every second of the game, just about. 7 minutes to play. Brown harassed by Carnahan, nearly steals it. Brown drives in between 2 defenders and is bailed out by a foul on O'Brien or Carnahan. Let's see, that's 3 on Millie Carnahan.
Great defense there by Millie. I mean, she was just hounding her.
Brown, set play for Comstock, a few feet from the rim, missed it with the left, tip to Boss. Boy, Fort Scott struggling to score offensively.
Our post defense has just been stifling.
Baker, good position, throws off to Boss. Landry, talk to me, missed the 3. Long board goes to Labette County. They have crushed the Tigers on the offensive glass.
Yes, offensive boards are the greatest thing in this sport to give us second chance points, and we've converted on almost all of those opportunities. That's why we're in the driver's seat right now.
Aubrey Boss, left wing. Labette County can go up 7 or 8. Bevins blocked by Comstock, but it goes to Baker, who I think, good call, lost it off her leg, and the Tigers get it back. But boy, Labette County still doing all the right things.
And that really looked like it was poked out by Fort Scott there.
It was. I think it just went off her thigh. 28-33. Tigers trail Labette County, looking to go to Salina for back-to-back years, both these teams. Cowan with the basketball, throws to the heart. Yarrick works right side, gets to the cup, forces one up and scores it. Boy, I feel like some of their shots are low percentage, but they're pretty good at them.
Yeah, they've been taking a lot of those shots, and they just go in.
Baker near corner, finds Aubrey Boss. Labette County in red jerseys, Fort Scott in white. 5:40 left in the game. Labette County up 3 with the ball. O'Brien defended by Gorman. Landry drives baseline, one arm flip. Oh, she stepped out of bounds as Fort Scott fans saw it and the ref whistled it in.
Yeah, Landry's been going baseline a lot like that, and it's just a matter of time until that call gets called.
It's a tough place to go. Not a lot of great things can happen on a baseline drive other than a pass maybe. Top of the floor, ball goes to Rogers, poked out. Bevins working hard, but fell on the red baseline and turned it back over to Fort Scott, but Bevins with a great effort there.
We're not even giving them the time of day. Anytime they get the ball outside the perimeter, we're on them, not letting them get any room.
Cowan to throw the basketball into play. Nothing's there. Now it goes in, back to Cowan. It's a 3-point Grizzly lead. Fort Scott has the basketball. Yarrick is surveying and finds Cowan. Ball is worked. Left side, deep 2-pointer for Rogers is short. Rebound Bevins. Labette County has it again. A 7-8 point lead is in the near future, Jonathan.
Near future.
Kinsley Boss harassed, but throws out to her twin sister, Aubrey Boss. Landry O'Brien at the heart, goes to Kinsley, deep in the paint, back out Aubrey. Denied the 3, but drives. Kick out to Landry. She wanted the 3, but didn't catch it cleanly, and double dribbled the basketball, picks it up and tilts her head in confusion, and gives the ball back to Fort Scott.
As Millie checks in for Kinsley Boss, and Jaden checks in for Madison Bevins.
Timeout Tigers, who will have the ball, down 3 with 4:30 left in the game. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors for allowing our broadcast to take place. That would include Labette Community College, as well as Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, the banks of Commercial Bank, Labette Bank, and Community National. Labette Center for Mental Health Services, USD 506. The Corner Store of Altamont, O'Brien Ready Mix, Olson Ace Hardware, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, and Vollmer Cement Finishing and Woodworth Enterprises. Jack Leake and Jonathan Dusher with you on the call, as there's been stretches in this game where it's been pretty low scoring. In the fourth quarter, Labette County only has a 3-pointer from Millie Carnahan, and Fort Scott only has a 2-point basket from Aubrey Yarrick.
Yeah, it's 33-30 in the fourth quarter. And I don't know. That just seems pretty low scoring. You would know better than me because you've seen more of these girls' games than I have. But to me, it seems pretty low scoring because both teams have just had great defense. I mean, I think our defense has been a little bit better because our perimeter has been stifling and our paint has just been not even letting them see the time of day.
Yeah, Comstock's had a hard time down there. Only 7 points. Brown only has 2 for the Tigers, but still 4:30 left. They go into Comstock, backs down Boss, missed the bunny, fights for it, and it goes to Carnahan. That possession has been the definition of tonight for the Tigers.
Yes, we've just gotten so many stops defensively.
Davis throws to Landry, pulls it down, looks to pass, dribbles with the right hand. Boss, right wing. Davis, free throw, blocked by Gorman, rebound Tigers. Cowan can't dribble with her left hand, and O'Brien almost made her pay for it. Here comes Allie Brown with the basketball. Tigers down 3 with it. Brown, floater on its way and short. Rebound Labette County again.
And that was Millie, too, getting a rebound up there with the trees.
3:30 left in the game. Aubrey Boss, deep right wing. Dribbles with her head up, skip past Millie in the corner. Defended by Brown. Coach Vollmer anxiously watches on. Landry, they go under the screen, a dagger, short, and the rebound is going to be saved into the hands of the Tigers, who have a 3-on-3 situation. Gorman looks to get to the rim, gets the bucket plus the foul. She has 9 points, looking for her 10th from the stripe, and this would tie it. Abby Gorman has been vital for the team in white.
Yeah, she has. I mean, she's been the heart and soul of this team, the backbone, some would even say. But they've tied it before in this game, and we just came back and put some more distance in between. She misses that free throw.
They still don't tie it as she misses the and one. Millie harassed. Fort Scott's got to get back. Landry keeps him on her hip, and Labette County has it right to left in a half-court situation. Jaden Davis free throw line, throws to Aubrey Boss. Corner, O'Brien drives, uses her body well, gets it back, and fouled by Comstock, and she'll shoot 2. They're going to get Comstock or Clark, and they get Comstock her 3rd or 4th of the ball game, her 3rd.
Yeah, Landry showcasing, just when you get the ball down in the paint like that, just go up because, there's always a possibility you get fouled. And getting blocked is just a part of the game.
Landry makes her first free throw, and Labette County goes back up 2 with 2:48 left. And again, there's no shot clock in postseason play. That will be a big deal down the stretch. As you can hear, she makes them both, and Labette County's lead is back up to 3 with 2:45 left.
For the sake of us, I hope they score some more and get the gap even farther.
Comstock, a little left-handed hook, misses, rebound Davis. Nobody there to rebound for Fort Scott like we've had on all of our tries.
And that's just good boxing out and getting in position for that board. That's just something that has to be coached, and Coach Vollmer's a great coach.
Jaden Davis, right elbow, back to O'Brien, right wing. 2:15 left in the game. Labette County up 3. Abby Gorman gets a steal on Landry O'Brien, and she'll move it left to right with the Tigers down by 3. O'Brien working hard. It goes to Clark in the corner for the tie. No! Ball goes in the air and out to Comstock. It's on the deck. They're going to call a foul on Labette County with 1:58 left in the game. That's Millie Carnahan's 4th. Foul on the floor. Rayleigh Cowan checks in for the Tigers, and Maddie Bevins checks in for Millie Carnahan. It's 35-32 Labette County with 1:58 left. The Grizzlies have led just about all game after that first quarter. Goes in to Cowan a few feet from the rim, contested by Davis, rebounded by Davis, outlet to O'Brien. Labette County with it, up by 3, 1:50 left.
We get another stop down there and get the ball going down. We just been the story of the night for us, as our defense has really helped us in this game a lot.
It has never felt like Fort Scott can win this game. I'm sure a lot of Fort Scott fans or whatever watching just laughed when I said that, but just watching it, being here, they have not proven to me that they can score enough to come back and win the game. They haven't done it. Timeout, Coach Vollmer. Labette County has played very well here tonight, up by 3 with the ball, 96 seconds left. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed and high speed.
Labette County 1:36 away from smelling the air of Salina, Kansas for back-to-back years. Coming in as the 5 seed, taking on the 4 seed Fort Scott. Labette County throws it in. Jaden Davis sheds off to Bevins. 1:30 left, and a foul here on somebody, as that's just Fort Scott's second as a team, so they still have 3 fouls to give. Allison Wheeler, the sophomore in the game for the Tigers, perhaps to foul, I'm not sure, as that's the first on Wheeler, yes, and just the second as a team. O'Brien to throw it in. It goes to Carnahan in the corner, defended by Cowan. She picks her dribble up and throws it into Davis, who turns, fires, misses. Long board goes to O'Brien. Again, crushed like a pebble on the offensive glass, and a blocking foul called on Gorman, and it's on the floor, so Labette County will inbound. That's the third as a team on the Tigers.
And that's a good call. A lot of the Fort Scott fans wanted to charge, but she just never had her feet set.
Yeah, no, I think that was the right call. That's her second. Each team with 3 team fouls. Long pass tumbles into the arms of Carnahan. Millie, I don't know if Cowan was trying to foul, but they called it on her. And that's Fort Scott's 4th as a team. Again, with there being no shot clock, they're forced to foul, kinda, sorta. 1:14 left. Labette County up 35-32, a low-scoring sub-state finals. Bounce pass goes out of bounds. Turnover, Labette County. That hurts.
Yeah, that does, but there's just not much you can do about that. Just a bad pass. It's got to attack it, go on to the next thing.
Fort Scott with the basketball, down 3 with 60 seconds left and the ball. Gorman uses the screen, gets downhill, nobody cuts her off, makes the layup. It looked like it might tumble out. She has 11, and the lead is 1 for the Grizzlies, who have the basketball. O'Brien gets by 3 Tigers, throws up ahead to Millie. Fort Scott, they're not guarding her. Cowan now comes to guard our guard, and they throw to Jaden Davis, who throws back to Carnahan. Timeout, Coach Vollmer will keep it here. It's 35-34, Labette County with 40 seconds left in the game, as nobody for either team's really lit it up, as Abby Gorman is the only player for either team in double figures at 11. A low-scoring game, Jonathan, but a fun one between 2 rivals.
Yes, it's been a very, very fun game. There's just not much to say. I just can't. I don't.
The 5 on the floor for the Tigers walk out onto the lightly colored hardwood. The good news, Labette County has the ball. The not so great news is we've struggled from the line in recent history. Shot pretty well tonight from the line.
I think the story of us tonight has really been our defense. Our defense has just been stellar tonight.
As it's got to finish for the next 40 seconds. Ball is being thrown in by Aubrey Boss, looks for somebody, throws it into Carnahan, who catches. Davis, far side, is fouled by Comstock, and Jaden Davis is going to shoot 2 free throws, big ones for the Grizzlies.
Yes, if she can sink these 2, we go up. We go up 3 here, and that's just big. I mean, that's the margin we've been in all night, is 3 points, it seems like.
It really has, you're right. Jaden didn't shoot free throws against Tonganoxie, and her first one is no good, and she'll get another here with 36.8 seconds left. I think Jaden's going to make it. I have full confidence. But second best thing would be an offensive rebound where we've hurt them tonight. Jaden's second free throw is up, and no good. Rebound fought for. Landry has it. O'Brien with it for the Grizzlies. I could feel it coming. Landry with it, she's not gonna pass. Oh, she does to Carnahan. One more to Boss. Long pass to Bevins. Fort Scott not fouling. Davis with it. Ball goes inside and a foul on Fort Scott finally, as the coaching staff for the Tigers got more and more anxious about why they weren't fouling. And he is upset that they did not box out, is Coach Steps.
You literally called it. You said offensive rebound.
I could feel it.
Landry goes up and gets that board.
I don't know if Fort Scott's gotten one defensive rebound all night. I joke. Davis misses the first of 2 here. She'll get one more, so it's going to stay at best a 2-point game here.
As Rogers checks in for Yarrick there for the Fort Scott.
One more free throw for Jaden Davis. Wipes her hands off with a towel from Coach Vollmer, walks back to the line, buries her right foot. Takes 2 low dribbles, lets it go and hits it. It's a 2-point game with 21 seconds left, and the Tigers have the ball. Substitution here for the Grizzlies. Kinsley Boss in for Jaden Davis. Labette County's played their hearts out tonight. They have played Fort Scott just about to perfection, but Fort Scott, really good team and hard to put away. It's just a 2-point game with 21 seconds left.
Clark checks in for Cowan. There's a timeout by Coach Sheps.
Timeout Fort Scott. It's a 60-second break. Let's go ahead and take a quick 30 and come right back on KLKC.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the 4-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Both these teams tied in the third quarter with 10 points. And through 7 minutes and 40 seconds of the fourth quarter, each team has scored 6 points. So Labette County's 2-point lead that they took into the locker room is what they still have with 21 seconds left.
I couldn't ask for a better game. The stadium, this dome has just been electric.
Ball goes into Abby Gorman. Fort Scott with the basketball, left to right. Labette County in a man-to-man, up by 2 with 15 seconds left. Gorman gets by 1, 2, it's blocked, and Comstock, a jump ball! A jump ball goes to Labette County with 11 seconds left.
That is huge. That is a great effort there by Millie to force that jump ball. That is great awareness.
Gorman got a decent look at it, but it was well contested at the rim. Labette County's paint defense has been beautiful here tonight.
It was actually blocked by Kinsley Boss, actually. She tipped it.
Ball to go in. It's not even close to over. Aubrey Boss to throw it in. Throws to Millie with 10.8 seconds left. Carnahan, who has played really well tonight, is going to shoot 2 free throws and look for points 9 and 10 on the game. (34-36) Labette County with a lead. 10 seconds left. Carnahan's first free throw is on its way and missed. If she makes this one, I'm curious if Labette County elects to foul once they get back defensively. But if she misses, you just got to play good box-em-up defense.
Yes, if she makes this, we go up by 3, and that's much harder deficit than 2.
Second free throw for Carnahan is heaved and missed. Board to Boss! Oh boy! Labette County with another offensive rebound. 34-36, the score stays the same. Aubrey Boss can put this game away.
Man, another offensive rebound off free throws. That is just huge for us.
Aubrey's first free throw missed. Labette County's really struggled from the free throw line for a while now. Timeout, Coach Steps back in 30 seconds from Fort Scott.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the...
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
Labette County leads Fort Scott by 2 points with 9.4 ticks left in the Sub-State Championship game. Aubrey Boss at the line shooting one more free throw, already standing at the red free throw line, staring directly into the soul of the rim. Coming out of a Coach Steps timeout, Aubrey Boss, our senior, looks to collect the ball and does from the official. Takes 2 dribbles, lets it go, missed it strong, rebound tipped out. Gorman has it for the Tigers, and she's fouled. Now, I think Labette County might have been going for the foul, and now you're in a tricky situation, because now if you foul, it's 2 free throws for the Tigers. Millie Carnahan just fouled out of the game, but a great game for Millie is going to finish the night with 8 points and is a big reason why we're up by 2. So Fort Scott has it with 6.6 seconds left. It's a 2-point game, so you don't want to foul. Ball goes into Gorman, left to right. Oh my goodness, nobody guard them at the rim, and they score it. J.C. Rogers scores with 0.8 seconds left. Nobody defended, number 25 in white, and it's tied with 0.8 seconds left at 36. Jonathan, I don't know if Labette County was trying to foul, but that foul hurt us a little bit because it put us in an awkward situation there on the inbounds play. I don't know if we meant to foul.
I don't either, but that was just a wide open look. Just big defensive breakdown there, and that's just not us. That's not what we've been tonight.
Now you have to manifest your own energy if this game goes into overtime. J.C. Rogers just beat back, kind of, I guess, the Labette County defense on an inbounds play. 2.8 seconds left. They put 2 seconds back on the clock. Labette County has to throw in on the far side of the floor. Have to imagine Fort Scott might apply a little bit of pressure to at least make it a little harder for us to get a look off.
You can smell overtime here in the Sub-State Championship game.
Hopefully we smell the burning of the net when somebody swishes a half quarter here, but let's see. Fort Scott's going to put a little bit of pressure on us to make that full court heave a little bit tougher. Oh my goodness, Labette County in the driver's seat much of the second half, but never could go up more than 3 or 4. Aubrey Boss throws it into Landry. O'Brien's gonna get a decent look here. Oh, she didn't get it off in time. Landry tried to speedster her way right to left. And at the end of regulation, it's tied at 36. Now the Grizzlies are the team that have to create their own momentum after Rogers tied it nearly at the buzzer for the Tigers. Back in 1 minute with OT on KLKC. Oh boy.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Bed.
Kylie Comstock and Aubrey Boss at center court, and the tip is won by Labette County to start the overtime period. Tied at 36, the winner goes to state.
I mean, this couldn't be any more cliche. Overtime in the championship game.
Labette County's faced adversity a few times this year, and they've responded well to it. Left wing, Aubrey Boss pulls down the three and drives. A little floater is short. Rebound, Jaden Davis throws out, and it's intercepted by Brown. Abby Gorman up ahead for the Tigers. Jump, stop, and kick to Brown. Allie looks to drive. No whistle. Ball on the deck. Fought for, and a foul on Labette County. As I forget that the fouls carry over into overtime. So that's the 15th foul on Labette County and 2 free throws for Kylie Comstock. She has 7 points. We've done well on her tonight. She's 1 for 3 from the line. A quiet gym here in Fort Scott. Her first free throw is no good. Both teams struggling from the line in the fourth quarter. Amory Baker in the game for Kinsley Boss for the Grizzlies. Millie Carnahan has played well for us, fouled out earlier. Second free throw for Comstock for the lead for the Tigers. Good, and it has been a long time since they've led, but Jonathan, we were never able to stretch that lead. That's been the key.
And every time we stretched it a little bit, they just came right back.
Tipped ball by Gorman, but Landry collects it. Gonna lean a little bit on our senior here. Ball goes into Jaden Davis, turns, fires, and hits it.
Man, she steps up for us again in overtime, as she's kind of been a little bit quiet there in the fourth quarter, and now she's came right back.
9 points for Jaden Davis. Allie Brown denied the three, throws to Comstock, looks to drive, and up and under with the right hand is missed, but she got her own back, and it's blocked by Landry, and she collects it. And she stepped out of bounds. Oh, I thought that was going to be a blocking foul. Right in front of the Fort Scott student section, Landry stepped out after the steal, but nonetheless a great play by the senior Grizzly.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a tough call there. It could have been pushing, and, you know, it's called out of bounds.
Labette County with the 1-point lead with 2:40 left. Fort Scott with it. Brown wants a three, bricked it. Rebound O'Brien, right to left. The Grizzlies have it. Brown hasn't shot more than 1 or 2 threes tonight.
Looking for offensive score here as Madison Bevy gets in the corner.
Missed it strong, and it's rebounded by Yarick, and Fort Scott has the ball back, down by 1. Same old story here with 2:10 left in the game. Overtime.
Just need our defense to step up here like they have all game. We cannot let them get any easy looks, especially in overtime.
Bounce pass to Yarick, to the top, Brown. Allie Brown at the heart of the floor. Throws to Gorman. Congested floor for the Tigers with 1:50 left. Brown sets a screen. Gorman snatches back. Gorman all the way to the rim. Looks to throw off. Back to Brown. Left wing, three-pointer. Miss. Rebound is saved by the Tigers to Comstock. Rises from 7 and hits it.
That's a high percentage look there. And there's a steal by number 2 on Landry.
And then a foul on Aubrey Boss. And 2 free throws for Allie Brown coming up. Good news is she hasn't shot free throws all game. There's 1:25 left. Now Labette County can be the team to flip the script and get this one back. Let's be the team to get the momentum back, just like they did on us to close the fourth quarter. First free throw for Brown is short, and that's why I said the good news is she hasn't shot free throws. Little cold from the stripe, maybe. Brown with one more to give Fort Scott a 2-point lead. Second free throw is good. So now Fort Scott leads by 2 with 1:20 left. O'Brien breaks the timeline. She's doubled at the top. Comes off the screen. Gets downhill. Lost it. Finds Jaden for the tie. Good.
Jaden stepping up again for us as Landry finds her as she penetrates in, draws the defenders, and just passes to a wide open Jaden Davis.
Good possession for the Grizzlies. 40-40 in overtime. 1 minute left. Fort Scott with possession. Yarick near side, throws inside, intercepted by Bevins, has the ball in the corner, and the Grizzlies have back possession with 50 seconds left in overtime.
That's a big stop for us Grizzlies. If we can just come down here and convert and go up, it would be huge for us.
Look for Landry to get downhill here. 38 seconds left. Skip pass to Bevins. Collects an ugly pass. Boss to Davis. Wide open but didn't shoot it. One more. Boss, she'll shoot a runner and get the banker to go. Aubrey Boss with a big time shot. 24 seconds left. Labette County on a run. Up by 2 with 19 seconds left. And Coach Steps wants a 30-second break. We'll keep it here. Aubrey Boss with a bank floater to give Labette County a 42-40 lead with 17 seconds left. That 2-point Fort Scott lead went away very quickly.
I think I'll be looking for us to come out and just guard the perimeter because we cannot give up a 3 right now. At least a 2 would tie it, but a 3 would just, that wouldn't be very good for us.
Yes, the Tigers, I mean, they've only made 3 threes on the game. Labette County around that mark as well. They've made 4. But any shot can fall. As anytime you come in this gym, something funny happens. As their girls lost on a buzzer beater back whenever Keegan Yarick, Aubrey Yarick's older sister, was a junior or a senior, I don't remember, but they lost at the buzzer in this gym. Our boys lost at the buzzer in this gym on a 3-point shot that should not have counted back 4 or 5 years ago. So funny things always happen here in the Tiger Dome. So don't ever call it over. The ball is about to go in for the Tigers with 17 seconds left. Gorman collects the pass from Brown. Abby Gorman looks to get downhill. She's cut off. A 2-point shot, a near travel, but no whistle. Clark with the basketball for the Tigers. A left-hand bunny, misses. Rebound, Aubrey Boss with 3 seconds left. Bevins with 1 second. And Labette County is going to Salina for back-to-back seasons. As you can hear, Labette County traveled pretty well tonight, and so did that defense. Goodness gracious, was that suffocating.
Oh my goodness, what a great game here for the Sub-State Championship. You can't ask for any better game than that. Overtime, close all the way through, and they just put on a show for us tonight.
Labette County wins it 42-40. Listen to Grizzly Nation. Let's go ahead and step aside for a 3-minute break and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. Final score 42-40. Lady Grizzlies go to the state tournament for 2 years in a row. Sub-state champions, of course, back-to-back years. With that being said, good win tonight over a Fort Scott team we had lost to twice in the regular season, which is what they say, a blessing in disguise. Jonathan is, I kind of feel like I'm glad we lost to that team 2 times in the regular season because it never felt like they were that much better than us. And I know we only won by 2, but who cares? That defense was gnarly tonight.
Yes, our perimeter defense was stifling, but our post defense was just unbeatable tonight. They only got contested shots, wild shots, that fell for them at times. But really, our defense was just smothering. That's all you can really ask for from a team. Defense wins championships. And our offense was great as well tonight. We didn't really have to rely on the long ball either. We just getting the points in the paint.
Yeah, Labette County made 4 threes on the game, which still I feel like is more than what we made throughout the year. Is if shots fall for us, we're very hard to beat. Your final score 42-40 is a little lower than one might think, especially with overtime. You'd think even more points would be scored, but hey, a gutted out win. Nobody cares how it was done. To be honest, in some ways, I thought it was a beautiful win. I didn't feel like it was that ugly of a win because we won it in the manner that we wanted to, and that was hold them defensively and do enough offensively, and that's exactly what happened. Post-game statistics for you. Labette County had 7 different Grizzlies score. Jaden Davis got the start tonight, played well against Tonganoxie, had 8 points, scored 11 tonight. Millie Carnahan had 8 and fouled out late in the fourth quarter. Landry O'Brien had 8 as well. Aubrey Boss had 5. Kinsley Boss with 4. And Maddie Bevins and Amory Baker each with 3. For Fort Scott, Gorman was their leading scorer with 11. Comstock had 10, could never quite get going. Yarrick had 8. Clark had 3. Brown had 3. Cowan had 3. And Rogers had 2. At halftime, Labette County held a 20-18 halftime lead and then went on to tie Fort Scott in the second half as well as overtime, 22-22. So, Labette County won the game down the stretch, but statistically they won it in the first half, where in my eyes, Jonathan, that second quarter was large. Held Fort Scott to just 4 points. Pretty good defense tonight, I thought.
Great defense. Like you said, second quarter only held in the 4. Sorry. How many points was it?
4 points in the second quarter.
For a team that's this good and a team that's in the sub-state championship, to hold them to 4 points in a quarter, that's just huge. Not many teams can do that, but we showcased we can tonight. And we showcased that we're a good enough team to make a deep run into the state championship.
Yeah, as in the Burlington Invitational pamphlets that they handed out, it sounded like they interviewed Coach Vollmer in their writings, and she said, we don't want to just get to state, we want to get to the weekend games at state. The second round, the third, fourth place game, the first, second place game, that's where we want to get. So maybe Coach Vollmer will see who we drew. I think Buhler, Bishop Miege were all in the cards. Wamego for us to maybe play at state. We'll see if Coach Vollmer knows who we are going to play next Thursday at Salina. But goodness, let's savor this for at least tonight. That was a good win against a good team. Our Lady Grizzlies win it 42-40. Coach Vollmer will surely come up for a post-game interview as part of the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. Let's take one more 3-minute break and come back with an interview with Coach Vollmer. Welcome in, Grizzly fans. My favorite Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of the season. Labette County punches a ticket for back-to-back years to Salina, Kansas State Tournament. They'll play next Thursday. Got a 42-40 win here on the road at Fort Scott. Happy to be joined by Coach Brianna Vollmer of those Lady Grizzlies. Coach, I know you guys wanted this one badly for multiple reasons. Goodness gracious, what an effort.
What a win. What a gutsy win in a tough place to play. They followed a game plan to perfection. They did everything that we asked them to do. They made gutsy plays down the stretch. What a gutsy moment for us to be ahead, then go into overtime, and then hold our composure and play offense and get enough, squeak by, and get a stop. And our kids did that, and I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of this group of seniors. But, heck, I'm proud of all 12 of these kids for buying into what we're doing. And kudos to them. They played a gutsy ball game, and they executed. And hats off to Fort Scott, great basketball team. But we were the better team tonight.
Really were for much of that game. Defensively, that was pretty ferocious. What went into some of the thoughts schematically and just that effort was just so gritty, particularly inside the paint. They never looked comfortable offensively.
You know, I've played Coach Steps and Fort Scott 6 times as a head coach, and I've never won. And so for me to continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results is literally the definition of insanity. And so we had to take a different approach. You know, we face guarded some kids. We made some adjustments. We knew that they were going to go at Comstock and what kind of player she was, and we knew we had to limit her touches and make her earn every point, and we had to make all their kids earn it. I think at times we let Gorman get a little loose and get carried away, but, you know, we battled back. We fought. We made adjustments, and they listened in a tough, loud environment, and our defense won this ball game.
Not always does the team that kind of, I don't want to say gave up the lead, but let Rogers get behind us down here to tie it with 2 seconds left. It's hard on the road to recover from that, but there was no flinch.
No.
Nothing.
No, absolutely not.
What went into that? I know it's the culture you've built and the girls that you have and some adversity we went through this season, but there was just never that moment where it felt like we were going to go on and lose by 7. How come?
We've been working on that. We've been asking kids to give us eye contact in big-time moments. You know, the last time that we lost to Fort Scott, I said, look me in the eyes because it's going to mean something at a later moment. Even at our place, you know, we knew we weren't going to win this game. I said, look me in the eyes. We're not looking in the crowd. We're not losing faith. We talked about that as body language. That's tough to do as a teenager, as a 14 to 18-year-old, to maintain eye contact with a coach that you probably don't like in that moment. But they learned their lesson. They bought in. I never saw doubt in their eyes. I never saw fear in their eyes. And they just bought into a game plan. They bought into Labette County culture. And it's a testament to these kids, though, their parents who've raised them. And I couldn't be more proud of a group of kids that had their backs against a wall and came in here and won when it counted.
Right. A team effort truly tonight. It's hard to pick and choose an individual to kind of talk about. But Landry was held to 8 points, and we still found ways to rally. Millie Carnahan was big. Jaden Davis had 11 and got the starting nod tonight. And just a lot of complimentary pieces, I thought, on the floor. Good team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it took literally everyone. It took everyone in moments. And, you know, we didn't have any pouting. We didn't have anybody that said, hey, I should be on the floor right now. It didn't really matter. And we talked about that leading up to this game. We talked about it doesn't matter who's on the floor. It's Labette County that's on the floor, and it's not about you. You know, I got my 100th win the other night, but it wasn't about me. It was about our program, and I wanted these kids to get the head nod, and that's what this culture is about. It's about not being selfish in those moments when it's really tough to not be. And
that's good.
Hats off to these kids for holding their composure. It's not easy to sit on the bench and watch an entire game as a senior, as a junior, or even a sophomore or freshman. But these kids don't care. They could care less. They just wanted to win in big moments. And you never know when your time's going to come. Maybe that time's going to be in Salina at the Tony's Pizza Center, and that's going to happen next week. But your moment's coming. We don't know what that ever looks like, but you got to be ready for it, and these kids were tonight.
Beautifully said, Coach. Thanks for coming up. Enjoy this one as I kind of high-fived you and gave you a little side hug, and you were really you're wet.
I
and I was
am.
like, man, Coach, you were nervous during that one. But did they give you a
They
Gatorade
gave me a
bath or
post-game
what?
shower. That's probably going to be the thing on social media, so be looking for that one.
That's fun.
On Parsons Sun or on our social media pages. So I let these kids celebrate it. We're going to celebrate it. We're going to have some fun, and then we'll be looking to see who we're playing. Tomorrow, we'll about that tomorrow, and we'll be plan and game plan and go back to the drawing board with some film. So,
Coach, way to go.
Thank you.
Great win, honor. Season's not over. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. We'll see you in Salina.
Great.
That's kind of wet.
She points at the headset and says, that's kind of wet. And Jonathan, with the courage of a soldier, throws it back on with a look of grimace on his face. She said it was wet, Jonathan. Did you not listen?
I did not hear
her. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, Grizzly Nation. Hey, Labette County will play next Thursday. We don't know a time slot yet. Just keep looking at the Keisha website. You guys know the drill. It'll be posted on medias. But what a dandy of a ball game, and what a dandy of a head coach and a ball club. Those are some of the best young ladies you'll meet, and that is such a great culture that lady right behind me has built during her tenure here. Jonathan, any last words before we wrap it up from Fort Scott?
No, just a great win there by the Grizzlies, playing great defense all game, great offense, just firing on all cylinders, and just, that's the reason why we won. You just came out ready to play and played.
Great effort from the Grizzlies tonight. Looking to get a win, 2 or 3 next week at Salina. They'll play Thursday next week. Time slot to be determined. For Annette back at the station, Lucas Hayward, the KLKC Sports YouTube Live captain, and Jonathan Dusher, terrific job partner, did a great job tonight, your first full game. My name's Jack Leak III, saying so long.